What's up, everybody? Well, I was going to do the intro, but I guess it didn't.
Good morning, God. Thank you for today. Please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning, world. Good morning, America. And good morning, you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day. We're the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red blast, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. The land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
So, what's up, everybody? It's a Thursday. So, what's up? We got Pilgrim, Huckleberry, Blackbird, Billy KP, Heathen, Blue Butterfly, the real Matt. I saw, who else did I see? I think I saw Vision, JD Prepping. So what's up, everybody? I don't know. Thought I'd just kind of go live for a little bit and see how everybody was doing. I did this subscriber thing because I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to get bogged down in bullshit. So I figured then this way it just keeps it to the subs. It's just us. It's us awesome mother cluckers. I got my cool, awesome coffee mug out here. Man, this is some crazy shit, isn't it? Grumpy Acres, what's up, buddy? Man, I was thinking about you. You know, you really had me. I don't know. You've had me. Just had me thinking about shit that's going on and stints. I don't know, man. I'm not a. I don't know. Just tripped me out. Got me thinking. I was like, man, what if? Because yeah, see, I mean, there's things I would love to talk about, but I am talking to the internet, the World Wide Web, and there's just the context of some things you don't probably just need to throw out there for the general feeding frenzy. It just so. But man, it really kind of got me thinking about that. And then because see, what scares me the most is it's the downtime of anything. I mean, hell, I'm not down now and there ain't no fucking help. So when all of a sudden I can't even wipe my ass, then what? And that's I guess that's why I get so defensive, as I come onto the internet and you hear all these perspectives, because I don't really mean to be an asshole. Not most of the time. I mean, sometimes I do, but I'm usually upfront about it, and I'm totally cool with everybody knowing it. What's up, Tiger? Tony? But it's like, because I mean, I don't know. My life is a clusterfuck. Most of it is all self-created, and that the solution are things that I literally make a conscious decision not to do that, and I know that though, so that I don't transfer, or I try not to. I'm sure I do it sometimes. That's probably why we do have heated moments. Me and my son, me and the missus, me and my daughter every now and then. But I try not to convey the bullshit I'm in because of bad choices. Not so much bad choices, just not the appropriate choice. That's because people involved are good people. It was just bad choices. And, you make a decision and you say, yeah, I'm going to toe the line. Well, then you just toe the line. It's kind of like swearing in, taking an oath. You either mean what you say and say what you mean, or you don't. But my biggest fear, man, is, and it's kind of, I don't know if that's what I'm being tested on, because I don't know, man. Too bad this ain't Wednesday. I could have just called it like Whiny Wednesday or something, but things are just getting a little worse. My arms have just gotten to where they ache so bad and my legs hurt. And I can't get them warm. Well, I say that every now and then they do. I feel, and it's ironic because it's during the peak of these heat days, but I go get in between the heating blankets and I lay down for a couple of hours, and for just a little bit, I feel like I'm wrapped up in a burrito. You know, good point. If you're on YouTube, be honest. People will eventually find their way through the bullshit. See, I used to think that way, Grumpy, until you kind of observe things, and then you realize that no, really, you can spit shit and continue to spit shit, and hell, nowadays it's like it picks up momentum if the more bullshit you spit. Me and Carl were kind of talking about that, and that's what I do. I think if you create a thumbnail that says Trump betrayed us, you'll get thousands of views on that thumbnail, whether you talk about that or not, but just that thumbnail. And then you do a thumbnail of, so grateful for Trump. And then you just watch actually, you might get some views. You might get thousands, but it would just be all this. It's going to be comments. People won't even watch it. They'll just talk shit to you because that's negativity, man. And I said this years ago when I first started talking to everybody, but negativity, man, is just free flowing. It's the positive swimming upstream. That's the hard. It's tough to do the right thing, especially in a world that's so perverted and immoral. I mean, so swimming upstream is definitely a chore. What's up, Canadian Northern brother from another mother? What's up, buddy? It's been a doozy day. Oh shit. Hey, Miss Pamela. Just gotta keep plugging along and get the shit done. Right? Well, and it's like that, you kind of, I don't know. See, I don't know, man. I guess over the years, I've kind of talked about all the outer perimeter things, and it kind of is hard to kind of continue to talk too much without going into and I don't want to do that. Not on the internet. You don't do that. But just some things, just not an appropriate topic for the audience. What's up, Camo Carl? I was just talking about our conversation. I don't know, man. I just hear all and see, and here's another thing. So, that's why another reason why I did the sub only thing. Hopefully, this is people that have kind of understood my terminology, the way I talk. I'm a redneck in the woods. Don't get butthurt. If you think it's personal, then why don't you reach out and ask me? uh, but it's you hear so much anxiousness and stress and distrust and paranoia and you know and at first I guess I was just kind of in my own little mind screwing, and so I didn't see the forest for the trees. Hell, I found a way to kind of release some of the pinup stuff and then interact, and oh wow, okay, which is kind of ironic because I'm not really a social person. I mean, I'm kind of a cynical bastard, and it seems like I'm getting more cynical, and I try not to do the blame game. I don't like the blame game somewhere because you make decisions whether you're choosing to react that way to something, you're choosing to accept something, you're making a choice, and I guess I was just struggling. I was always fighting to be a better person because I thought I had totally screwed up, man. I mean, I'm a 2-time convicted felon. I was a drug head, you know, and it's like I was, I've been destitute, been homeless. I covered the gambit, and I always thought I was like coming from the bottom of the barrel, working my way up to be, and I know it's a catchphrase, but it's like a productive member of society. Bring something to the table, do for others before yourself, show some empathy, show some compassion, and so that's what changed my direction. And I guess during my life, I always felt like I was plugging away at that. And then nowadays, it's like some of the people I see on the YouTube and stuff, retired Navy SEAL, and yet the shit that comes out, and I'm like, holy crap, how do you get that perspective, to where you just, I don't know. It's just, I guess, and it's like I don't know. I never really felt like I was this super patriotic guy. I just have always, it's like my home. My home is borderline piece of shit, but it's my home, Well, it's my country. Do we do everything right? No. But damn, dude, we got freedoms here that they don't have other places. I mean, at some point you just kind of got to relish. You know what? That might just be a tent, but it is keeping you dry out of the rain, and it's keeping the wind off of you. So, do you really need to sit in the side of the tent and talk shit about how crappy the tent is? I mean, it's at least bringing something. Well, that's kind of how, and I guess I've just always looked at. I knew the country didn't always do the right thing, but hey, man, we got a Constitution, Bill of Rights, and I will say I was always naive, thinking that there were people that were hired to do a job and they were doing that job, but it's just now you kind of, and there's this vibe, and it's like, holy crap, man. And it's like people will just talk in a way, and it's like, do understand the way that comes out is like, it's like I've heard people talking about Iran, this Iran thing. And it's like, you do know that that's kind of got this vibe like bad America, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? You realize that's like a terrorist nation, right? I mean, and so it's just a trip on getting here. And then you just, I know, because I do push back the dark thoughts, because I want to give in to going the give in thing, it's easy. Let's see, I think it was Grumpy said something, and I'm sorry, I really didn't look at chat. My bad. Everything you've been fighting got me through 5 to 6 years. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Pamela. Sometimes a choice to walk away is what's best for you. Yeah, Blackbird are just, but hey, Miss Teresa. Oh, and Tony, how is the missus? The last I'd heard from you was the test she was doing. That's a good hospital, Tony. That's where oh, okay. Hold on. Let me keep scrolling. I've been more social on here than ever before. I don't know, Mr. 40-hour streamer. You was pretty social. I have to keep myself in line. No one else can. Right, Carl? You do a good job letting people know what's first. You want too dense to figure it out doesn't deserve it. True. That's kind of the way I feel. I just used to sugarcoat things too much, I think. Okay, now I'm scrolling back down. JD's working and listening. I don't have that in my life. You say, oh, cool, thank you. But I did do a bug. Yeah. Common sense is not common. Nope. Ooh, boy, there's one. Oh, what's up, Curly JC? Well, that's pretty cool. You're subscribed, but I don't recognize the name. Did you used to have a different name that YouTube allowed? It's hard to be a good person when our power of example is taking us into World War III every day. Is a toss-up now. But imagine you lived in Iran or Israel. Why do we have to pay for this? Oh man, that's so much wrapped up into that Curdy JC. So, I mean, from my perspective, we're not walking in. He's not taking us into World War III. Actually, if I reflect back over the past, I don't know, 4 decades of my life and what I've seen come out of there, he's actually probably going to put an end to the head of the snake of all this little terrorist shit that actually gives the deep state plenty of excuses to perpetuate the war machine. So in a way, he's backdooring it all and just coming to a thing. That's why they don't like the Abraham Accord. And if I would say, I've said it before, the people that lived in Iran, I bet there's grandparents sitting there now going, oh, if we can go back to when the way I was growing up, you guys would love it, because they could ride bikes, they could go swimming, play volleyball, they could do things. You just might want to look up some videos on Iran in the early 70s and 60s. She's on ivermectin and for Bonzo, methylene blue to start the fight. Cool, Tony. I've heard a little bit about the methylene blue, not a lot, but a lot of people derive their virtue from opposing Trump in America. Well, that's what it's kind of come down to now. It's like literally in 16, because that's, man, I'm telling you, I don't know, you just zoom out and kind of go, okay, yeah, whatever. It's like, wait a minute. So in 2014 and prior, you guys were like hugging him. You were inviting him onto your shows. You paid thousands of dollars to be at the ballroom he was going to be at. Like this was, I mean, and at one point, even rewind farther than that, he was such a successful business guy at the time and land developer that they decided to make a show and get him on it. And that's what made that show number one, was his presence. And he's always said the same thing. If you go watch old footage about the Iran thing, it's the same thing. It's so funny because no matter what you show anybody, they've been programmed. And I don't know if it's that pissed offness when they kind of realize that, oh yeah, I guess I have. Well, I'm sticking to it then, hold my beer, and it's just, it blows my mind. And then you've got a whole generation that see all they've known is that Iraq. Oh, I'm sorry. I remember when these son of a bitch terrorists took over that nation and started doing plane hijackings, and terrorism attacks came on to the play. But see, you got a whole generation that doesn't even understand. That's prehistoric shit. Like, what? And they don't even acknowledge that lack of understanding. They just want to lock in that, nope, murder was in 1995 is this way. And see, I'm sorry, Curdy, just don't go with you, man. One man's terrorist. And no, the people that hijack planes of people trying to go on vacation are terrorists. People that run up and throw homemade pipe bombs into crowds of people are terrorists. It's not no fucking freedom fighter. No one mentioned the E-file since Iran kicked off. What's up, Michael? Later, Pilgrim. She hasn't been sick one time from the treatment. Seemed to be messing with her balance and decision making more than anything. Oh, that's cool. Miss Loretta, what's up? Almost 90 degrees. It was. We took a cold snap last night and today. Oh, we got into the 60s. Before that, we were 80s. Wild Dragon. Ohio Valley. Afternoon, sir. Flame on. Phone's gonna die. Much love to y'all. May God bless you. Hey, Tony, thoughts and prayers, buddy. God's will, bud. And then we sent them pallets of money. Obama did. We've been at war too long. Remember when they called mass shootings going postal? Well, that's what that. See, I don't know. It depends on whichever avenue you want to come at from. Political, I guess you could say that's what the deep state and then now the radical Democrats have done, or you can go on a more spiritual side and there's the good and evil. And so the evil's always going to push at it, but we've always found a conflict. And see, that's why to me, this is how you don't engage. If you want it, like if you rewind and back to how Iraq started, this guy would be putting boots on the ground if this is a forever war. You sick all your planes and all your boats over there to annihilate the living shit out of the stuff. Unfortunately, we have lost, I think it's at 7 soldiers, or maybe it was 6 and 1 got wounded. But that happens in conflicts. But we've eliminated almost most of their shit. We discovered that after the obliterated job before, that they had really been sitting there digging their way into their stored uranium shit. So we've discovered that. And then now I think they're actually planning on some kind of, because apparently it's called, was it Axe Mountain? I think it's called like Axe Mountain is what they were saying. And apparently it's like a granite. So they're not sure if the bunker busters will work to penetrate that. And so but I guess what I find ironic is the complete flip of the narrative. Like Iran is now no, those are the good guys. The Palestinians are the good guys. And it's like, what? Where did you come from? Did they beam you in from some different dimension or some shit? I mean, what? Evil is losing it now. Thanks, OVP. We did piss off a hornet's nest because then they attacked everybody. Well, they showed. They showed everybody. And that's it all came. Now because there's been always, it's like that. Like, I'm sorry, I thought it was all back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We've done this for 4 decades now, back, forth. That's all. Now, all of a sudden, collectively, it's like, oh no, these little shitheads got to go. This whole radical shit got to stop. And it's like, oh, okay. What is this, like, I think they say 47 years. Oh, here's you something for the ones that happen to be listening in and you can't type or something because you're not sub, but you happen to hear it. I'll help feed some of the little magical, mythical theories that go around out because I'm just going to throw this little fake ass algorithm chunk out there, and whoever wants to hear it can feed off of it, and you can build off of it. What the hell? Everything else shit gets made up. But isn't it ironic that it's been 47 years that they took over Iran and became a terrorist nation, but now Trump is the one that's going at him, and they stole the last election, so he became the 47th president. Oh, see? It's probably written down in some Rothschild diary 500 years ago. You just watch. Red Lebanese. A China proxy would know, but it's starving them off. I saw some footage. I don't know, the person that put it up seems legit enough, but was talking about fuel shortages over there and shit. So I gotta say, It's got it, because there's a ripple effect to decisions. It's just that people are in this emotional state like this. People forget that. That's, you get mad and you're like, oh man, this stupid thing ain't working no more. Well, nobody comprehends where it went, where it's going to go when it hits anybody else in the way. No, it just and that's the majority of people think that way. But things have consequences, and so by going at some of Venezuela puts the choking point to a lot of shit. You go over to Iran and wow, look, here's the head of the snake, dude. Here, we're just going to annihilate about the top 80 of them. And now we're going to start taking out your actual firepower and shit. Okay, so then now all of a sudden you don't have Hezbollah getting millions of dollars. You don't get ISIS getting millions of dollars to go create havoc around the world. And all of a sudden, I don't know. Or does that mean that there won't be sparks? No, there's going to be sparks. You don't get this loose with that much of a deep state and a war machine that feeds the opposition so that they can keep perpetuating the conflicts. And then all of a sudden you end up with a dude that's not a politician. And to me it's this simple too. Politicians, they go into politics. See, they have nothing to lose. You don't know their family. Nobody knows their family or anything. All they remember is John Q, the name. And so that's that. He just drifts off. And then when they go in it, that's all they want to do is steal as much as they can because it's all about them. This is the one dude who actually has a brand name that generations already are now going and built off of and have businesses built off of this brand name. I still don't think he's going to make a decision that's going to collapse everything. Does that mean every decision is perfect? Nope. It just means I don't think his thinking is going to be to just what's best for me. I want to look good. I want to make money. What's up? Kiss off. So it kind of, and I get it now whenever I kind of hear so much of the talk in some of the places, and then you can kind of see it because people have been programmed to question everything the government does, distrust everything about the country because you've been lied to and everything is fake, and it's programmed people to get all about your feels. And so that's people like this batshit crazy Candace Owens chick. I mean, oh my God, I don't even understand how some of the shit when she says it, it's like you would think that would make the lights come on for people going, holy crap, wait a minute, what? Because I don't know if the latest one is where apparently Charlie Kirk was sacrificed to start the Iran war. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't understand why, like them, people refuse to acknowledge Antifa. Do you think that that's like been programmed into them? Do you realize that nobody ever talks about Antifa? Like, if something happens, it's not like one of those Antifa little cult groups that did that. No. It's a protester. It's just a trans person. Or, no. Let's not forget Antifa. Like that is the strong arm. That's the brown shirts that are coming if you don't pay attention. Everybody wants to talk about the whole Hitler shit and the government control, and well, then your ass better pay attention because that's their brown shirts that are working. That's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, Huckleberry, dude, that latest thing, the way she says that, I was just like, holy crap, man. I will say this dude named Graham Allen. I remember him back. I think it was during the election stealing shit. I remember him, but then I hadn't really been listening. But I happened to come across one of his. I don't know, a day, 2, 3. I don't know. Lost track of time. Anyway, he did a little clip about that one, and I thought it was funny as hell because they've got this whole little AI face over to her with the little demon horns and shit. And as she's saying that with the demon voice in the background too. And I thought that was funny as hell. And see, and I love this cup. I have to remind myself Of course, it's easy to call yourself the best pawpaw whenever you kind of pretty much pay to have the cup made, which the missus had it made for them to give to me. So, but hey, they all give me hugs and tell me it's true, so it's all that matters. Boy, little man's just growing like a weed. Oh, hey, um, thank you for the buy me a coffee people. You guys that have, you know, put in over there and help me out. I actually feel almost like, uh, well, no, I see. You can't say normal anymore. I mean, I just, what is that? But oh, you shit, you still can't see them. Okay, let me do this. Yeah. So I bought me some Dickies. These are the double knee pad ones. Man, I wore these for so long. These are my go-to pants because they got the side pockets. Because like this pocket over here, at one point I would either carry. At one point I carried tourniquets and cutters, and then just anytime to fit different shit. But yeah, so I kind of reached a point. Oh shit. Uh, Damn, I lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, thanks. I reached a part to where I kind of had because of the buy me a coffee stuff, kind of had a few extra bucks. Well, these things weren't cheap either. They're like $50 nowadays. But with the help from the buy me a coffee thing, I was able to get two pairs. So I got this pair and then I got the other pair coming. It just kind of, I don't know, between it, I didn't realize this when I got them. I was just needing pants. I mean, I got no hell, I got pajama bottom shit, dude. Whenever I kind of started all this, I was damn near bedridden. And I was so depressed with life. What's up, Rabbit? Somebody else was said after. Now get your ass to work. No, that ain't. Hey, man, I'm trying to figure it out. I think there's going to be a lot more unintended consequences to all this. They didn't really plan this out comprehensively. Talk about evil. Shorty didn't deserve to be murdered. Guys, that's. Oh, I know. So I will say though, Curly, so when you say they didn't really plan this out comprehensively, are you talking about like our our military guys? Because I'm going to tell you, I have to disagree, sir. We've just accomplished more, man, between the Venezuela shit and then now with this. It's it's very refreshing to know that we kind of coming at it from an approach of going, look, man, we don't want to have to screw you up, but you won't behave. So when we go to screw you up, we're not making this a long-term thing. We're just going to go ahead and hopefully we're going to slap you hard enough that you're just going to behave. And I kind of like that approach. It's like instead of going into some kind of conflict, they sat there and planned out literally snatching that dude up out of his bed, and then like this, I mean, tried talking, and as they're talking, we're just kind of getting there, and then just go, all righty, well, then here you go. And it's like you literally have no Navy no more. You have what is it? I think the last report was they're down to firing 9 missiles was the last, I think, reported amount I heard was 9 missiles a day. So they went from hundreds of missiles a day down to 9. I'd say having a pretty good impact. Now, I agree. Yes, there's going to be consequences because you have radical people that aren't even really connected to Iran. I mean, my God, you literally look at this. You got trans people that are literally preaching for Islam. And it's like, you do understand it, that if you got your way and we did flip that and did that, you're like one of the first ones off the roof of the building, right? I mean, but yet they're still going to, oh, yeah. So you have the crazy ass people. Antifa is an idea with infrastructure, organization, and members, but it's just an idea. I know all you got to do is listen to the little fat penguin dude up there out of the Senate. Did he sit? No. Is he a senator or a congressman? Who's that little Nadler dude? You know, it's like you literally arrest a dude with the shirt that says it, you know, and shit. You see these, oh, wow, look, no, that's a protest. Well, yeah, but I'm sorry, but isn't that an Antifa flag? That's just an idea. There's a bookstore in Austin, the Antifa bookstore. It's just an idea. I mean, but yet the public sucks this up. Oh, yeah, it's just an idea. It's like, don't believe your lying eyes. I mean, crazy, man, crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. And you just look at this and it's like, and if you try to have a discussion, well, no, you just don't know. You haven't researched. No, I know what I'm looking at. We got to, oh, that must be Gilbert coming out. So, yeah, I don't know. His face is also on the side. Cover by CQ. Hey, how are you across the pond? I'm fixing to go through all of them new seeds I just got. Oh, there you go. Oh! No, ma'am. We ain't doing that. If the weather permits, I will be putting up my greenhouse. I'm starting more seeds. Oh, thanks, Huckleberry. I've been here just working, listening on the side. Roger that, Canadian. Fish sticks, that's who I thought. I go, there was somebody. Making a hot house. Running leafy greens. I think this world is going in the pot. Hey, don't blame it on the pot. Maybe blame it on the lack thereof. No, some folks just don't want to get it. Nope. You have a friend in Pennsylvania. We'll leave a light on. Yeah, but I don't know. Y'all got some two crazy ass little terrorist people. So, by the way, have y'all looked at that? Have y'all seen the little clips of the homes that those two people came from? You know, they're poor, oppressed, third world country, poverty, U.S. oppressed homes. You know, that are like, I don't know, what was the one, $1.5 million or some shit? I got to tell you, man, I get about tired of people that have houses. They live in a house that's, you know, 5 times the value of mine, and then they tell me how bad they have it, and it's like, man, can you see? I don't just. Ooh. And I don't know, and that's I've been. You just hear some of this, and I think, wow, man, it just how did so it's like, how do you get programmed like that? I mean, there's always the other brainwashing that takes a series of things, and it's nice. No, I guess Did something. I blinked and went off screen. Ding. I'm back. I don't know. Am I still on YouTube? Hell, I don't know. Just because they can't chat in here don't mean they don't try to cause shit in the back end. Have you not been live? Or you haven't seen you on YouTube? Yeah, cover kind of was. Well, I ran a series of things, so it wasn't just like all of one thing. I mean, hell, I got sick for a little bit, and then I kind of got really sick. And then I kind of been in a just a dark place, kind of depressed kind of thing in a way. So then I just kind of stepped back, because I don't know. YouTube's intentionally pushing all the woe is me shit. I think I don't know if it's their way of just probably some little prick in the back end going, this will get them here, and I get fed all this shit. You get this anti-American woe is me, and you just kind of look in the background of where they're coming from, and it's like, you don't even put in a lot in life. I mean, I don't know. Dusty, couldn't you? Big Dusty, little Dusty. I'm trying to learn how to respond to things more. I'm just not good at texting. I mean, I've always hated the phone since they've come out. Well, I can't say that. I did like the bag phone and I did like the brick phone, but it was about the time those were out and being used a lot. It was also a different vibe. We hadn't gone stupid yet. But then it got, man, when the whole Facebook style shit come online, and oh no, now you got to put every minute what you're doing. And I was like, So I just, that, and I was always short with work stuff or whatever, just abbreviated to the point, bam. And then it's just, I always looked at it like if it was longer than a few words, and I just make the call. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working on that. I really am. It might not look like it. I'm working on social skills. I hear you. I keep my ammo to myself anymore. Right. They're big Dusty. I got daffodils out there. Oh, look at you. I need to send Carolina some blue bonnets. That was a freaking year ago. Boy, I felt bad about that. See, and I don't know how to incorporate that into a conversation. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I'm so used to dealing with things right that I interact with that I forget stuff that's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. And I don't mean to, you know, I don't mean to. I just got done putting up 6 pounds of strawberries. Woo, boy, I tell you what, the missus sure love that. Thank you, Canadian. And I really do. And I do appreciate y'all. I just, once again, I'm not a politically correct kind of person, so I don't always say shit probably the best way, but so this is just about as, I don't know how else to say it. So let's just cut to the chase. There's plenty of you that I sit here and think about, but I also know that there's some shitheads in the bunch, and I just sometimes I kind of have to go, damn man, do I want to deal with the shitheads? So it's not y'all. Most of y'all are just it. I enjoy the conversations. I even enjoy difference of opinions. It's just that it's a difference of opinion. But man, don't piss on my back and try to convince me it's raining. That's not just a difference of opinion. You watch some of these debates too that they call debates. I don't even understand that. Andrew Wilson dude will do those things, and I get what he's doing. I just, to be honest, I've kind of gotten to the part to where I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand the point because it's not, nobody brings facts. Like he'll even ask them, you know, it's like, oh, okay. So he's like, he asked this one dude about the health portal thing that Trump's got him putting together, make it easy for people to find a doctor that deals with your stuff, that works with your stuff and all that. And this guy's like, oh yeah, it's fascist. And so he's just like simply goes, show me how. And just that simple thing, and it just can't. And then blah, 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 blah. And every time you can always tell when somebody's kind of getting more cornering somebody, because then they start over talking them a lot. Or if it's something that's got to, look, I just want you to, can you show me where that, and they over talk you because they really can't, because it doesn't exist. And like, that's what he showed with this dude. Apparently it was in the dude's head. Agree to disagree is the best thing ever. For some things it is. Sorry, I try not to be a shithead. Oh, Tiger, whatever. You're not a shithead. And it's just like that. There's just, I think that's, who was I actually heard somebody. Damn. Sometimes I need to go and pay attention to who that is talking. I just got through listening to somebody kind of talk about that. You know what? It might have been that Asmon Gold dude or whatever, because he pops up in my feed. Holla. It ain't in our yard. Am I panicking? Then you don't need to. I don't know, man. Just what a weird world. What a weird flipping ass world. And I guess I just don't participate. My approach to the internet, I guess, has been so different than a good portion. Because I just, sometimes another changes my opinion, explain different. Yeah, see, give me details. I'm cool. Okay, so your opinion is this. Well, okay. Well, that perks my interest. Okay, I'm cool. I hear that. So, well, what can you explain this? Explain this? Explain this? And all of a sudden it's like freak out mode. Somebody teach me to type, please, God. Ron Wyatt said you can't fix it, so don't worry about it. It's all right. We adapt. Sometimes I'm dense as a stone. Man, my yard looks like total shit. Rescue's buffering. He's speaking too much. Oh. What's up, Ronnie? Somebody said hi, Ronnie. Did I miss him coming in? Uh-oh. I got a message. I guess maybe that might mean I ain't here no more. Daffodils. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then, of course, YouTube told me I was live. Can't tell me much more, but they can sure tell me whenever I hit the button. You're not obligated to explain yourself to anyone. No. I mean, I don't mind. Just got to ask. No, it's like I've said it, and I've said it since I've met most of y'all. You know, everybody loves honesty until you're honest with them, and then you're an asshole. And that just is, well, that's same thing with them people right there. Same thing with the people right there. Same people around some other people around here. You have any daffodils? Well, you know, I could actually mentally just say I'm really not quite sure, Blue. Daffodils are independent flowers, right? Like they're not, because I don't know, man. I've learned. Well, I say learned. I can't say I learned. I didn't learn. I did. I just forgot where it applies. But so I don't quite look at these flower things as the same anymore. I never know if it's like a flower. I used to just call shit a weed, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, well, I don't know. It's like the what's the other one y'all talk about? The what's the one y'all talk about that has like the little pointy leaves that are long and y'all will do it, make a tea out of it, I think. Man, I just went blank on that name. Mullen? Is that right, Mullen? Sent me a picture. Okay, let me look. Email or text? I prefer honesty, and I apologize when I'm a B. I say I'm sorry, or I know. Oh, Mullen. Okay, yeah, that was it, Teresa. What? Oh, oh man, what were you doing over there, old man? I can't trust you for nothing. I prefer on. Okay, no, yeah, so you and you smoking it. That was what it was. It was those, yeah. Okay, so I didn't get an email. So, oh wait, that was the picture. Never mind. Hell, I'm okay. Zoom, damn it. You ain't gonna zoom. There it goes. Oh yeah, no, I ain't got none. Well, no, no. See, and to be quite honest, if I saw those without the flowers, I'd have just thought that shit was onions or something. Hello, those I missed earlier was driving. Yep, she was driving and listening. Miss Cheryl. There we go. That was a different. And man, I don't know if I missed anybody else. Hey, if I missed saying hi, then sorry. It wasn't intentional. Just didn't see it. I stole a laptop and I don't know how to turn it on. It's usually going to be the button that has a circle and then a little line and like a little L-shaped line in the middle of it. Usually is the universal sign for power. And if it's a Dell, there's a cool dude up there out of outside on the outskirts of Dallas or Austin or in between, and he works on Dell shit. Fairly reasonable, and you might can even see him watch you work on yours live on the interweb. Flower power. It's an HP. Oh well. Another Mother's Day. They're 75 after. There you go. My Asian lilies are already coming up. I know, man, them little tomato sprouts, that's another thing I told them, and I get flustered with myself, and I don't know, man, just gonna make the best. Oh, so I was gonna get some honey and some cinnamon. I read this shit. So I'm gonna throw this out there and y'all tell me if this is a good idea. So I've got the little containers with these sprouts coming. Some have 3 sprouts, some have 5 sprouts coming out. So I was gonna take these when I get this ready out here. I was gonna empty them out on the table and slowly separate them to where they're individual little sprouts. And then I was going to take and make some honey water. What was it? It was a tablespoon of honey and 2 cups of water. And to heat it up till it's all blended in and then let it completely cool down. And then I was going to dip the root parts of the little sprouts in that and then sprinkle cinnamon on them and then put them in the dirt. Supposedly that helps with the fungi and root rot and microbials or bacteria getting in and infecting them. It's supposed to kind of help. Y'all ever heard of that? And by the way, you want to be in live chat, not top chat. If you're in top chat, then you've only saw what YouTube thought was important for you to read. If you're in live chat, then you saw all the comments. I must have a lot of empathy because I even laugh at stuff I probably shouldn't. I've noticed people with little empathy or conscious have a poor sense of humor as well. All right, turn down one of those. Oh, you stole Junior's. My trees and I thought getting big. Some special trees. What's up, Brank? Good day, mate. I think you're on to something, Kimball. Talk chats for the confused, uninformed. And if you leave and come back, you just got to do it again because by default, they'll put you in the top chat, their control. They put you under their thumb. Carl, some people get offended when I laugh at them. Dude, I got to say. Oh, wait, honey helps transplant shock, but don't know about cinnamon. Well, you reckon I ought to just do the honey water stuff, like the 1 tablespoon with 2 cups of water? I mean, if the cinnamon thing sounds unusual or you hadn't, then if the general consensus is honey is good, then I'll just stick with just the honey version. They can fake empathy, but they will never feel it. And that almost sounds like most politicians, Carl. No, we need to raise your taxes and shit to feed the children. Invest more stock in that over there. Yep. It's like, I need to transplant a couple of mulberry starts I have from last fall. Another peach tree to get in the ground this year, too. Oh, look at you. Just rolled out of bed, 7 a.m. Friday. I mean, it won't hurt to use the honey. My PJ gets here, we'll be busy out in the gardens and greenhouse. There you go. Yeah, see, I don't know. I wish there was. I don't know. It feels so weird to even think it, much less say it out loud. But yeah, I wish there was somebody to hang with and kind of, it could help me with some of this and Sure makes work a lot easier. Can't believe I really say that and feel that way nowadays. Never even considered that. It was just, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I might just do the honey bath. Does that sound like a reasonable ratio? I think that was at the Farmer's Almanac. I think it might have been where I read that out of, was one of the Farmer's Almanacs. But does that sound about right? 1 tablespoon of honey to 2 cups of water? The closer you'd be here. Yep, right. You should drop a cracked egg in the hole when you plant the tomatoes. So you mean like just crack it and put it down in there and then put that on top, or crack it and like drain it into there? I think I saw something about that, about putting an egg down in there and just busting it open and put your thing on top. Okay, Tiger. I'll just mix that up and I'll just bathe them in that. Because I'm gonna transfer them over into solo cups. I guess will be my next thing, or I don't know. Maybe if I can find a deal on some small planters, that way I can let them get bigger before I try to. Because this is going to be outside on top of the ground is what I'm going to have to make. Because I don't 21 buckets. I ain't shit. Like I told the missus, not only is it just the cost of 21 buckets. I mean, I have the ones, but I'd have to go buy like 12 more or some shit. And then it's the fact that you drill holes, so then you're pretty much that's it. And so I don't know. I ain't living that high on the hog. I just can't. My brain can't get around it. So I'm gonna try to just do this on the ground with some cinder blocks and landscape timbers. And I got 21 plants, so I figure if I make 2 about 12-foot long beds, I can space them about 1.5 feet apart. I guess I'd make about 2 foot wide. My peach tree has blooms all over it, and it's supposed to freeze Sunday and Monday. Oh, damn it. You love me today, or am I just a memory? You mean a nightmare? No, I'm just picking. I only say it because I know she doesn't get offended. So anybody that heard that, I wasn't trying to be ugly to a lady. I'm picking at her. It's a joke. She knows it. Mine are just budding right now. Gotta fly. Later, Blackbird. Make it a good day. My missus, what'd she say? What do you say? My missus put a post on a Facebook media page for anyone who had free pots to get rid of. She got so many. Oh, there you go. If we did the egg thing once, we had a very considerate raccoon that dug up everyone and laid it beside the hole and took every egg. Oh, never tomato. Damn. Kiss off, just threw poor Armor into the ditch. Well, that's just because she knows Huckleberry's isn't really like dedicated either. As soon as the taco lady comes by, he's gone. So I guess it's a mutual thing for them. The Aussie comes by, Kiss Off's gone. Pew. The taco lady comes by, Huckleberry's gone. Pew. Then came the electric fence. There you go. I got these sprinkler things that I was going to put up when I put these tomatoes up. It's got the motion sensors and stuff. Hopefully that'll keep the cats from pissing on things too. Poor old Rudy's breaking out so bad. And now I got to get the grass mowed because that's even worse because it rubs all on his belly and shit. Rudy, what are you doing? Hey, you need to go back there if you're going to go potty. Take your happy ass back there. And if you got a potty, you need to go back there too. You come over here talking no smack to me. Rrr, rrr. Rrr, rrr, rrr. What's your dog's allergic to? The cat piss? The cat piss and the spray that the tomcats do on things. It's got him all broke out on his paws, and when they spray on the taller stuff, because they mark, I can see it on the cameras, they go and piss and spray wherever they pee. Nowadays, I think he's jacked up over that stuff, but then that was we had a difference of opinion on things. Because she took him to the vet. It was like, he's got all this, and because I told her what it was. I mean, and I've talked about it before. I watched the timing, watched it on the cameras, and I could sit there and go, no, it's that. Well, she went in and took him down there, and he's got allergies, so they gave him this medicine that I think it made him worse. And then a piece of paper going, she comes back going, I think it's the grass. He was over a year old. He grew up in that grass. No, it's not the grass. And then looked at the paper, and it's like, here's a list of all this shit that they go, well, your dog could be allergic to one of these things. And here comes this list of stuff. And it was like, no, I'm telling you, it's that cat pisses, because I watched these people with a shitload of cats that just bred up to where they were like 27 or in the 30s, where all the cats running around here. Hell, people were other people. Everybody was complaining about them because they were just, they were screwing everything up. And that's when he started breaking out. I'm so, and I sound like I hate cats, and I don't. I don't care what kind of pet people have. I just want them to keep it their pet. A guy in Australia put sensor water blasters in his driveway to stop people parking there. People went there and sent them off. I watched some video where some dude did that because people kept pulling up to in his driveway and parking to go to this other place. So he started putting this water can in, and he would set it off once they opened their doors and got out. Looks like I'll be able to throw those London broil steaks on the flat top today. Got the hash browns and veggies ready to go too. All right. Hell yeah, Rabbit. Man, it's funny you say that too, because I was thinking about that myself. I was thinking this evening, might just dice up this sausage and some potatoes and do some sausage and taters on the grill. What are you barking at? Oh, it's on the other side of the fence. Don't stress. Okay? Oh, son, it was so funny. I kept waiting for the sheriff's department to show up the other day. Because I had an incident, and so I charged my my pew up. I charged it, and then I'd forgot that I did. And so then I thought, oh, wow, I wonder if it's Shut up. You know what? Hey, no, I'm not going to repeat that. You keep on. I'll whip your ass. You want to whip him? Do you? Man, you can't stop. You're acting like the other retarded dogs. You want to just bark at people in their own yard. What's up, Carolina? Hey, I was just talking about you earlier. I need to get you some blue bonnets, ma'am, and I'm sorry that I've just been just an asshole and haven't done that. I only have about 20 more things to start. But anyway, so I had charged it. Well, then I was wondering if it was still holding the charge. So I came out and I was doing a little target practice. Well, it was. It still held the charge. Well, then after I finished the 6, shut up. Isla. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop. After I fired off the 6 rounds, well, then, and the dogs were barking every time I'd fire one or two. The dog, because they do that with guns. If I pull it out right now, matter of fact, watch this. I'll just do this. Holla. Oh, okay. No, you must think I'm going to because I got on to you. Where's Rudy? She don't like. I bring that out. Here comes Rudy. It's fine. It was all for just the educational purposes. So anyway, after I got done, well, then they were barking and everything, and then they just decided to stop barking, and they both went up on the porch. Well, I sat there and I kept firing off, and I told the missus later, going, "Wow, I wonder if people that could hear that in a distance probably thought I just shot my dogs." And she was like, "Why?" And I go, "Well, because the first 6 rounds they were barking and raising hell while I'm firing them off, but really when it got empty, I just started firing the empty part out just to expend it." And I said, and they never bark no more. So I guess from a distance you'd hear this pow, 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 and then nothing. And I said, so who knows? But yeah, nobody ever come by. Oh wait, who is it? KP Heaton. Just have melons, cucumbers, zucchini to start next month. Then I'm done. Done. We are having breakfast for dinner. Steak, eggs, biscuits, and gravy, and hash browns. Well, hell yeah. I've got to get them blocks. I just, man, with my arms, I don't know what it is. I got to do stuff and it's like all in the center right here. And then my arm, it's like that. See, I just even do that, squeeze real tight and like that. And then right through in the middle in there, I told the missus going, man, I don't know if it's like you'd think I almost broke my arm in there or something, the way it feels. And man, get some weight on it. And it has something, I think, to do with my muscles or something because the heavier the object, the more I feel it. I guess you could say the more pain. And it's like, oh man, my legs. But I'm on borrowed time, man. Them little old sprouts, they're just going to keep growing. And if I don't get them out of those little containers into bigger ones, then they're going to just start to bind together. That probably wouldn't be good to have 3 or 4 tomato plants all at the same time. Been here from the beginning. Oh, okay. I just figured maybe you had walked away because, yep, you got a little monster there. And hey, Lucky Dane. How are you, ma'am? How is the weather? Did the storm pass over all right? You're 60 now, geezer. Join us. Nope. Rain sideways pretty hard one night. It's cool today. Yeah, it's cool down here. Well, right at the moment it's nice and warm. But yeah, I think this morning we were in like the mid 40s this morning. The rain wasn't too bad here. It kind of hit a little bit more over towards the lake. I think that big open area of that lake is what drew a bigger portion in over there. Because sometimes we get lucky like that, and thank to God we got that lucky. Whose birthday, Tiger? Is it KP's birthday? Oh, okay, there we go, Teresa. So, yep, that's happy birthday. Oh, it's Monster's 11th birthday today. Okay, I had to scroll up far enough. See, there we go. Hey, happy birthday to the little man. I need it to warm up. Got some tomatoes and lettuce starts to plant. I just got to get some, I don't know. I've even been like, well, I guess I just, I'll just go out doing, but no, because I've done let things get kind of bad. I've got to get it kind of cut down to get it the strung out, the strings, and start laying out. Because I'm just going to put the tomato beds. I'm not going to do the table like I had tried last year. I'm going to do these in the above ground, but I'm going to do them right here by the chickens. I still got to do the chicken coop. I need to really take the little one and put it with the bigger one and make them a bigger enclosure so they can just walk in and out. The missus has been helping me with the chickens. Today's my son's birthday, and I'm making a get home bag for the girlfriend's son. There you go. Damn, I feel like I'm in the shadows. I just gotta. It's up there. It's coming through the limbs. Oh, that's another thing too. Boy, the green's really blossomed here, but there's actually some green that sprouted up on that damn tree that the storm tore up. I got to get those dead limbs out of there still too. See, and sometimes I don't know, man. I guess sometimes it feels just so overwhelming, and in reality, no, I'll never get all this shit done. It'll never be squared away. It is what it is. And then that's where I just hit the Y in my road. I guess I could just do the woe is me kind of thing, or I just ain't got it in me. So then I don't know. I don't know. Just staying a happy camper. So much to do. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, 7, 8, 7, 7. I had 8. We just got through losing a chicken. Don't really know what happened. I mean, it could have been the egg bound. Don't really. I guess I should have probably filmed it or something, and maybe some. I don't know, man. We went out there and we just noticed that one day she's standing off away from everybody and she was all fluffed up like she was cold or something. And went over, kind of petted on her, and she just kind of stand there and pet. And it was like, well, what's wrong with that? And I just didn't even know really what to look for. And then next day, thinking it was the very next day. But we come outside and the missus come with me. And as we walked up, it was like, oh no, I think she's dead. Because then she was just laying there. I mean, you just see her laying on her side. And then as I started undoing the deal to go in there, then the missus knows, she goes, no, she just moved. And so I went in, sure enough. Well, she had all this poo on her butt and stuff. And so I'm like, well, man, I don't know if she's something, maybe. And so I didn't know what to do, really, to be honest. So I did like a warm water bath kind of thing. So I got this little tub. We put warm water in it. I went in there and got her. We brought her out. I sat with her, kind of just rubbed on her down there because I was like, I don't know what you got to do. I mean, I felt around down there and I didn't feel like there was an egg, but I don't know what that really feels like. So to be honest, I can't go, I didn't feel nothing jumped out at me. So I'm like, well, I don't know. So I gave her like a little warm bath and just kind of suspended her there for a little while. And I want to say after about 30 minutes, maybe about 20, then she was standing up in the water herself. And so then I thought, okay, well, brought her out and we dried her off. It was getting evening time and the other ones were going up in the coop. So I put her in the back end in one of the laying boxes and got her dried off real good and put her in there. Well, she kind of shifted. Well, we shut the door and apparently somewhere along the night, she had got out of the box and she went over to the next one and she kind of went in it and got over in the corner and then she just put her head down and died. And it's like, I don't know why. I go in there and check now on the other ones because it's like, okay, well, so far everybody's looking okay. Hey, BW. Good to see you. We lose a hen about every year, no reason, just died. It's hard to do much more than that if they're egg bound. Clean seed. After each tonight, I'm going to finish up the texturing of the bedroom wall so I can get ready to put the carpet down next. Oh, there you go. Well, and that McMurray, I've been thinking of trying to go ahead and ordering like 10 hens from them. And then we'll have those 10. I got Alamo, so that'll give him plenty of birds. And then it'll kind of give me more of a specific breed to start focusing on. And maybe then I can read and learn more about them and things to look for and all that good stuff. Plus, I'd just like to have enough. I'd love to have a couple of dozen chickens around here. And then I'd just love to give eggs away. The incredible edible egg. Yep, that's my favorite cut. It's the best pawpaw. But yeah, I got to get them because that was my intent, was to kind of get all those put in some little pots and then get them set up out here, but keep them protected. and then get the 2 flower beds built. And then I was going to take like some cardboard and put it in there, some of the leaves, and get some of these smaller limbs and lay it all down in the base, and then start putting the dirt that I got around in there. I'm going to get more chickens this year, but it's going to be around July or August. How is the website? It totally came to an abrupt stop, Teresa. It's just sitting there, to be honest. I mean, I guess I could come up with some cool excuse and be like, well, you see, I'm in this. But to be quite honest, I just haven't done anything else with it. It just kind of stalemated for a little bit. She was taking things into work and I was selling them. And so I got rid of some of that. And I don't know, at one point I just kind of got into a bad frame of mind there for a little while. Still kind of there, just coming on out of it a little bit, I think, at least. And I don't know how to say this. It's going to sound probably atrocious. So, hey, man, all I can say is if you really don't know me that well, then don't read more into it than it's there. But I just don't. I don't give a shit about being here, man. The world shit. My situation ain't going to get no better. It's going to be just as shitty next month and next year, if not shittier. That's all. And so I really this last time I kind of took that little dive down, and it's just I'm just being honest, but it's hard to kind of find the momentum. And I think that's why I got so frustrated here lately with so much of I don't know, the rhetoric and the bullshit on the internet. It's because, like, man, I don't know, there's like no motivating. There's nothing exciting. Like, yeah. I mean, I got my grandkids, but hell, dude, if I say one wrong word, I could not see them for 6 months or a year or better. So that shit's like walking on eggshells. So that's why it's just kind of hard to sometimes convince myself that there's I ain't bullshitting you. I mean, I tell you to make your day a good day. I'm not lying about that. You really need to try to and not let other people affect your day. And I do try to do that. I do. And it's not so much other people that'll ruin my day. It's just my circumstances and the reality of where I'm at and, in things. But I still try to find something that'll at least kind of be like, oh, well, at least there's this, it's just one of them things. Cane Corso. Afternoon. So I just I don't know, man. I kind of really have hit a down spot lately, and I don't know. And it's, like I said, it's hard to talk about, because I've shared so much of the external buffer ring that I'm about the only way I can kind of discuss more is more on the central stuff, and that's just not appropriate for the internet. So it is what it is. I'm just really, I'm disappointed in where humanity is as a whole. Mature, competent, responsible adults, parents, grandparents, great grandparents. And it's just like I think of all these titles and all these names we have for things, but when you look around and it's like, do those really apply anymore? Like, I don't know. It's just so yeah. It's just and it's life because you wake up tomorrow, it's still here. That's why I don't really worry about. I mean, yeah, there have been external things and they'll bug me and they get under my skin, and I do think on them too much. And there is a point when my brain says, yeah, you're letting that live in your head way too long. And so then I try to just kick shit to the curb. But it's my own doing, and it's decisions I make, and it's the consequences you have to live with for the choices you make. And it's I got to have a conversation, maybe with one of my kids, and I kind of got to watch how I say things because can't cross a line. So it's like if I decided to ever do that, then that would be a decision I'm making when I do it, and I have to always take into account then of what the consequences could bring from that. Depression is a well, deep, dark well. It's hard to get out of. So I say, yeah. And it just, when you kind of, that's why I said the other day, man, it just, some days I sit here and oh man, see, I don't even know that I want to talk about it. Shut up, Isla. Just start getting all in my shit again. And seeing like that's total counter to what I am or what I was or what I don't know how you even say that. That's not my normal thinking is, oh, woe is me. I mean, I've been through drug rehab. I've been through all kinds of shit, and I just convicted felon, and it was never poor me, poor me. I'm just not that. It's never been my mindset. And now I sit here and start going through things, and I go, wow, I could see where I could get into that because it's like my yard, dude. My yard looks like shit, dude. This looks like a fucking bum lives around here. Pardon the French, but and that's just a big ass pill to swallow. That it's like, oh well, no, you can't do that. Them all them limbs are still sitting over there. I haven't been back out there. The shit's growing up. It's almost a foot and a half tall right here. So anyway, I just and I guess when I come on, it's like you hardly find much joking around or just general bullshit and conversation. That's always this is I don't know either it's like you can't talk about anything. You mention a movie, okay, well no, that had as an underlying tone. You're just not aware of it. You talk about some just kind of curious thing. That's why I laugh and kind of say it's like, man, the whole Bigfoot and Area 51 shit, that was all kind of like campfire stories. It's stuff you just kick things around. But then I realized that, oh no, man, there's people that had a hardcore, this is some serious ass shit. Like, this is real deal, and you'll get attacked if you don't go in for it. And I'm like, see, I just can't. And then you got the government, every aspect about everything is against you. And it's like, it's not the life I live, I mean, I don't know. So it is what it is. Oh wow, what did I miss? Sometimes the BS comes for you, whether you like or not. Ain't that the truth, Tiger? Well, actually, I think the more you try to not to do the bullshit, that it attracts them. It's almost like a bug light. It's like, wait, is that positivity he's talking about? Ooh. Autumn should come back and clean that shit up. All right, I need to finish this hothouse thing and then get the flat top out. All right, Rabbit, enjoy your grub. Don't burn the food. Negativity attracts mortivity. Be more positive if you can be. Yeah, Huck, I know that's. And that's how I try because it's like I don't. It's not so much. I guess what gets me with the internet is just the disappointment when you hear it and you kind of see people that don't really And this sounds kind of insultive, and I don't really mean it that in that fashion, but I just don't have a better choice of words to describe it. But they don't have the thinking skills to think for themselves, and so they're not open for discussion. It's and I'm going to use this as a reference because I will say I think this is probably I still can't connect this, but it's like the flat Earth. And I know it's easy to joke about, but I'm serious. It's like, so you realize that's a person who totally is ignoring all geophysical form that we use in marine traffic, air traffic, ground traffic, cell phone traffic, internet. In all the other countries is like this is a whole, and yet somehow through digital media, somebody can be convinced that none of that's real because NASA wants your tax dollars. And you just kind of got to look at the simplicity of the stupidity in that. It's like, so you're going to say that the whole planet is not like every other country and person thinks it is. And somehow this magical little person on the internet, and we'll even give them a 20 million viewer subscriber thing, but 20 million people viewer out of 8 billion people, they know all the magical secrets. And so all the cell phone companies, all the shipping companies, all the logistic companies, all the air traffic controllers, every country's military, all of them are stupid and they're all lying to everybody. I mean, you just kind of really break that down. And if you try to say that, nobody ever kind of goes, oh, well, you know what? I never quite thought of it like that. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. No, you just get attacked even more. And it's like, do you really? I mean, to me, that is the 2 + 2 = 5 kind of argument. That's what it gets to me. That is, it's like, I get it. And it was a joke, but I really realized now because you start to see all this other shit, dude. And so there's a mental hijacking that's going down, whether it's from just a small group of entity or I think it's just the devil's playground, man. And boy, he's having a field day in people's heads. Because it's like that. It's like, and it's like, I don't know. That's why I've always found that so ironic, man. It's like, wait, do you really comprehend? I mean, I get it. It's a hot topic. Flat Earth, sphericals, oh, you old globers, and oh, you flat Earth. I get it. Fine. Cool little Democrat Republican thing. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. But at some point, you kind of go, okay, hold on. Let's really break this down. So you think the concept of the round Earth is really all made up by NASA? Yeah, it's really flat. There's an ice wall. And it's like, but what about the other 170 plus other countries? Oh, they're in on it. It's like, I mean, there's no answer. And it's like, and then you bring all the service. And I had that discussion before, I mean, everybody uses this GeoSync platform. And yet there's a small group that wants to try to tell people it doesn't exist. And people give them airtime. They give them weight and then you got the people that defend that going, well, you're just really not debating. It's a debate. How do you debate that? Like, that's a reality type shit. Like, that's like debating if the sun is shining right now. Well, I'm going to debate you, Huckleberry, because I'm going to tell you that the sun ain't shining on my back right now. Let's debate it. I'm telling you, you haven't researched it enough. And it's like at one point you spend 3 hours doing this and then you kind of go, I'm sorry, what just happened? What just happened? And I guess that's somebody was checking on me and asking. I said, I guess I've just kind of like peaked out after a little bit. I got to back it up into the shade. See, I think what really matters is local elections. I will say that's something about that word distractions that everybody uses. It's like elections. Right now, I wish I could talk everybody that could hear me to calling in their senator saying you need to pass that SAVE Act and start bombarding their office by the millions every day. Just flood that, shut the phone networks and their email servers down, just flooding it. Pass the SAVE Act. Pass the SAVE Act. Because I mean, I do think if that other party gets in, we are screwed. They're like I that we have every opportunity of actually losing the country. I think at that point. I don't do much YouTube, no Facebook. Yeah, I don't. I do Facebook when she walks back there going, "Hey, look at this." Especially, oh my God, nowadays it's really kind of bad. It's the 3D prints, and I tell her every time because she'll send me a text with a link to Facebook, and I go, I don't do Facebook on my phone. I don't. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, here, I'll put it on mine. Go on your computer and pull up my pro. I shared the link, and I'm like, it's like just show me the picture of what it is, and I can go find it. Facebook, Instagram. With work, I there was one place I worked, and I think I had to have an Instagram. I watch YouTube. I watch people. There's a lot of people that I do enjoy, like the Fat Electrician. See, I like watching him. Uh, Unspecified podcast. Those guys crack me up. Sometimes I actually will turn it off because I will say they can get pretty vulgar. I get it. It's the vet thing. It's the environment they came out of. So I get it. But they're a funny bunch of guys. Uh, Damn, what is that? I can't remember this one dude. He's kind of a young guy, and he breaks down some of this stuff that these younger streamers are doing and stuff. And I don't know. And I'll go look at X because I do the CENTCOM and the representatives and stuff. So I usually go there to see if anything's been put out by CENTCOM, the White House, any of them. Thank God summer's coming. I know, man. All this confusion really kicked off when the internet became common, whatever that means, right? Well, I told the missus that decades ago. Hell, I had the computer shop in Facebook, and I had the computer shop back then. And man, I was so busy and just people with and it was, back then viruses were a thing because just like everything else, something comes out, there's going to be the obnoxious side of things. And so that's what happened with that. And I told her back then, I go, oh my God. I said, you realize between these phones and the internet just turned the world into a bunch of crack addicts because like everybody has to have their fix right now. Like I just texted you. Why didn't you answer me? Why didn't you answer me? Why didn't you answer me? And it's like, what the hell, man? What happened to just pause for the cause sometimes, Rescue, have you started any basil or oregano to go with your tomatoes? No, ma'am, I have not. I guess I need to do that. I don't know where I'm going to do that. I need to. Well, I guess. I think I have some basil seeds in there. Those tomato seeds are the ones that you sent me. There were the other ones last year that I tried, but then these here was that pack. It was the pack itself. I told the missus I wanted to go Cause see, I don't ever get to go. I mean, I'm stuck right here. That's, if I could ever go back and change something just during this last 8, 9 years, is I would have not gotten rid of my bike. I would have just transformed it into a trike. That way I would have always had a ride. And I already had a trailer for my bike. So I could have been pulling shit. I could have been on road trips, son. I'd have probably done met most of you. But no, I'm stuck here. But anyway, because don't they, like, it's either Tractor Supply or Lowe's, because that's who's around here. But I want to say, don't they have like what they call perennial packs, where it's kind of like the assortment of the flowers and stuff and the perennials? Because I thought they did, and I wanted to try to get a pack or two of those, and I was just going to scatter those all around the chicken coop and all right there, and I'm just not mowing that no more. Hey guys, excuse me for a moment, and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Dang, I gotta get you back in the shade. Had to replay my 3-year-old. Okay, what a mess. My deal didn't come out. That plant started indoors, calling for 60 inches of snow over the weekend. Ooh, glad they're indoors. I just started my deal, literally. How long have I even been doing this? Shoot, I'm coming up on 2 hours. Hey, I appreciate hanging out with everybody, and it's good to catch up with you. And I really do appreciate, you know, the interaction with a lot of you. I really do. So even though sometimes I realize in the past I got hung up on a small, you know, part, and I think it affected. I don't know where old Scat Pack's off. So if anybody sees Scat Pack, tell her I miss her. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to check in, and I like hearing from y'all. I'm gonna try to get some stuff put together and mailed out, and I'll try to see y'all again pretty soon. We'll check in, and if nothing else, I'll do little clips, and I'll show you as I'm progressing doing things around here. I'll try to do that, you know. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you giving me your time and listening to me and hanging out. For anybody watching the replay, I appreciate you. Just know that I really do. I appreciate the interactions, and y'all are y'all are a smile for me, you know. So y'all kind of help lift my mood up, and I appreciate that. Hey, y'all take care. Get your gardening going. Keep your head on a swivel. Make your day a good day. You're the one that's in control of that. So don't let anybody else steal your thunder. And with that, I'm going to remind you that there's a creator. He's got a son named Jesus, and he wants to hear from you. Appreciate y'all. Love you.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed to bow your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Keep the shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks for being here, everybody. I do appreciate y'all. Make your day a good day.